Who was this man who wrote most of the New Testament? What is the theme of his life? I've thought about the theme of his life, and I've written down these words: Paul, to keep the faith when friends are few and hardships are many, to gain a crown of righteousness. For to me to live is Christ. Who was Paul? He was only a little man, they say. He was a Jew, one of the greatest human beings that the world has ever seen, with a tremendous mind, with a vast capacity to reason and to debate and to preach, a persecutor of the Christian church, a man who met Jesus on the road to Damascus and whose life was amazingly transformed by the grace of God. A man who became, after his Lord, the greatest missionary in the history of the world. A man who was hated by his own nation, flogged without mercy on many times, beaten, cursed, shipwrecked, and who could say to me, for me, to live is Christ. One of God's mighty heroes, a great writer, wrote much of the New Testament, did you know? Wrote the book of Romans. What book is there in all the world like the book of Romans, written by this hero of faith, God's man? You know the death of Paul. He was imprisoned by Nero. He appeared before Nero. His eloquence was so great and the Spirit of God was so manifested upon him that Nero pardoned him. But then he was captured again as a preacher, thrown into prison, and then wrote the words, I have fought a good fight. I've run my course. I've finished the faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness. When the time came for him to die, he was forsaken by the church leaders. The very best forsook him. He was beheaded. A mighty hero of God, changed the world. He was beheaded by Rome, but the book of Romans that he wrote was the means that God used to overthrow the Roman Empire. Saved the church in the Dark Ages. A man of God. My fourth Bible hero of faith is John, the beloved disciple.